Hey, what's going on? We're here. We're back. You know what? We're going to keep it positive. That's what we're going to do. We're going to stay positive. I'm digging everybody that's putting out positive stuff nowadays. It's a good thing. In fact, why don't we get into it right now? So here's what we're going to be talking about today. I was inspired the other day by Anthony Mason of CBS, who I've had the fortune to meet. Very sweet guy. He posted this Hopper painting, and he says social distancing, which obviously it's great. We can look at this in many different ways. If we're stuck inside, which we all are.
Right now, his world has shrunk down to the size of this window. He's been watching the people across the way.
Why don't we kind of put the mood on it? Let's put that Edward Hopper mood on it. And I wanted to kind of underline that today. That's what my idea was. So thank you, Anthony, for inspiring me to put this together. Well, we're going to talk about Hopper. Here's a guy who from the 20s through the 50s, quintessential American painter. He basically was a very inside person. He liked being indoors. He liked looking through windows. He liked looking into windows. He liked looking through more than one window. This was his thing, man. This is kind of how he looked at the world, was in an interior space. He was a huge film buff. He loved film. He loved movies. He loved going to the theater. He loved watching movies. And you can see it all over his paintings. These are movie sets, in a sense. He loved the story. He loved the lighting, the intense lighting in movies. So he was influenced by film, but then in turn he influenced filmmakers.
An old house, which is, if I may say so, a little more sinister looking, less innocent than the motel itself. And in this house, the most dire, horrible events took place. I think we can go inside because the place is up for sale, although I don't know who's going to buy it now. In that window on the second floor, the single one in front, that's where the woman was first seen.
I love how these things influence each other. Hitchcock was influenced by that Hopper painting, and that's the house that he wanted in Psycho. The lonely girl in the theater. I love this painting. It's amazing. I mean, he's got the whole canvas, and there's a lot of information in the canvas. We've got a whole theater. There's a couple people in the theater, a lot of empty seats, but everything's focused on the girl who's lost in her thoughts. Beautiful painting. This is not just a painting of a theater with a girl in it, and it's also not a painting of a girl in a theater. It's a story. There's something about the girl that we kind of play out a little movie in our head, and I think he did this better than anybody. His paintings were movies. For example, look at Nighthawks, the most famous painting of his of all time. There's a reason why this is one of the most famous paintings on earth, and it's not just because of the design, which is phenomenal. The design is incredible. The angles are great, the lighting, the mood. There's so much in this painting that your mind begins to fill in the blanks. It's almost like it's moving. He puts so much into the poses of each character in this situation that your mind can't help play out this movie. It's a movie. I'm sorry. It's not a painting.
Oh, I have. I know I can't rely on you, Arthur. Not for anything.
That's right. Blame it all on me.
Happy days are here again.
Whoever directed that did a wonderful job going into the painting. Thank you for that, whoever you are. Hopper was a very interesting guy. As you study him, you find out that he had this tumultuous relationship with his wife for his whole life. They moved to the coast and right on the ocean, and she would spend every day looking out at the ocean, and he would spend every day looking inward at the land. But he just went inward, and he focused his subjects of his painting on people and in their thoughts. And here's a guy named Gustav Deutsch who actually made a film. The whole film is about this woman who is in Hopper paintings, and he kind of pieced it together in his own story.
What's the matter?
I like the long shadows of early and late sunlight. I'm very much interested in light, and particularly sunlight, trying to paint sunlight without eliminating the form under it.
So I'd say a lot of people have a different take on Hopper. Some people just say he embodies loneliness. I would say maybe more like stillness or even menacing. He gets into that fun Bogart film kind of menacing energy. It's like the gas attendant just served gas to a bunch of gangsters that just peeled off.
First I watched them just to kill time, but then I couldn't take my eyes off them, just as you won't be able to.
And you won't be able to take your eyes off the glowing beauty of Grace
And
Kelly.
that's how I've always felt about Hopper, was not the loneliness, depression, or maybe it is a little bit, and maybe he just validates some of that to us, and maybe that's a comforting thing, kind of like the blues. There's a contrary feeling to the blues, and I think that's the same thing with Hopper. I would say Hopper is the blues painted. That's what I would say. Hey, I like that. That's kind of cool, actually. Proud of myself for that one. The best to you, and if you like this, hit like. If you want to subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit that button. And man, best to you. We'll see you next time. Come on.